What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about one of my favorite digital cameras I've ever used, and that camera is the Leica Q2. Real quick before we jump into the specs and why I love this thing so much, can you guys please be sure to subscribe down below? Seeing a lot of new subscribers on the channel, I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, let's dive into this thing. The Leica Q2 is a beast of a camera. I love this thing. I just took it on my trip to Hawaii, as you guys just watched that intro video. Hawaii, beautiful place with a beautiful camera. So it made it pretty easy to document that entire experience. This thing was on my hip the whole time. I brought some film and I ended up just shooting digitally the entire time, which I haven't done in a long time. Usually I always shoot film and I don't shoot any digital. So I'm glad I kind of brought this thing and switched it up. It was good for my brain to get back to shooting some digital photos and shooting a lot of digital video. I've had this camera for over a year now and I've hardly used it for any video work at all. So I kind of challenged myself this past week while in Hawaii to shoot a ton of video with this thing, and it turned out really, really good. I have to say that having this thing be able to shoot photo, video in such high quality is pretty ridiculous. Let's get into some of the specs on this camera. It is a full frame 47 megapixel DNG RAW camera, which means it shoots full frame sensor, 47 megapixels, which is a lot, and DNG, which is a raw file format that you guys can use to edit your photos. As you can see, these RAWs are very, very diverse. The dynamic range, the spec say it's 14 stops, but that's a lot of stops. So I'm not quite sure how realistic that actually is. Either way, incredible raw, way more than you need from a compact digital camera. Cool thing about this lens is that it is a 28mm lens that goes down to 1.7. It also is a macro lens, so it can get super, super close focus on some shots, and you have the option to switch between macro or regular photographs. So that's a very, very rare common to have on such a high quality compact camera. And then on top of it being a 28mm lens, you can digitally crop to 28, 35, 50, and 70 millimeters. So even though it is one lens, you really are getting like a real bang for your buck by being able to use that digital crop. And I would say up to about 50 millimeters is still like a very usable photo. 70 millimeters, it's kind of like, it starts getting a little, I think it's like a 7 megapixel raw at 70 millimeters. So it's not as good of a photo, but it's still usable. Let's talk about the footage on this thing. This thing shoots 4K at 24 and 30 frames per second, as well as 1080 at 120 frames a second. I shot this whole intro sequence at 120 frames a second, and I love the way it looks. I think it was plenty enough. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you have a really good camera with a really good sensor. It's hard to separate 1080 from 4K sometimes, especially on social platforms and things like that. So I think it turned out great, and let me know what you guys think down below. This thing is SD card compatible. The battery life on it is crazy. I think I charged it twice while we were in Hawaii, and like I said, I had it on me the whole time. Took like 1,000+ images. You have full button control, so in the menu of this thing, you can go in and actually set all the buttons you want them to be exactly how you want them to be, which is really interesting because Leica doesn't usually do that for you. Leica usually is pretty specific on how their functions work. So to be able to go in and like really mess with the camera settings is that's a good thing. Nice, good on you, Leica. This thing also has Wi-Fi capability, so there's a Leica Photos app that you can transfer images directly from your camera onto your phone, which makes it really easy if you're on the go and you just want to send some photos to your friends or family, or if you're on a job site and you can get those photos over to your client really, really quick. It's a nice option to have. It has manual focus, automatic focus is great. And yeah, I mean, look at this thing. It's tiny. It's like the size of my head. It's compact. Fits in your camera bag, fits around your hip. I have a shout out Clever Supply camera strap of mine, so a nice leather strap on there with Peak Design quick release plates. So that's really, really nice. I love this camera. Actually, funny story, when I first got into photography, I saw a person have this camera and I referred to it as a Leica, a Leica Q2. Or Leica Q back then, I believe. And I was quickly corrected that it is a Leica Q, Leica, not Leica. And that stuck with me to this day. This is one of my favorite cameras I've ever used, and I will continue to use it every single day that I am taking photos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about the Leica Q2, please comment down below. I would love to answer any questions that I didn't cover in this video. And again, thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing. This channel is going up. It's green. It's in the green, which means we're going up, and that is that's really exciting for me. And I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Also, can we peep the Hawaii tan, please?